Hey, did you ever wonder what people did to raise their chickens before all of the cool equipment we just go buy at our local feed store? Well, today we're going to talk about that. My name is Heidi Cooper, and my little corner of the internet is Cooper Family Printing, where we do not only custom spiral binding with your PDF, but we also love to produce public domain books to learn from the time of our grandfathers and great grandfathers. So today we're actually going to be taking a peek at a public domain book, and I'll show you a picture of it here. It's called Handy Farm Devices and How to Make Them. And it was written by Rolf Kable in 1912. So that's definitely a great, for me, like great grandfather to grandfather area. They did things a little different back then when they were raising chickens, milking cows. I remember my grandfather actually was a milkman for quite a while. So they lived in that era where they didn't just go to a feed store or to Home Depot to get what they needed. They used what they had. So I wanted to show you a couple of things. This book is full of really cool projects that you can build from scrap lumber or things that you have lying around. And if you have a homestead like we do, there's always stuff lying around that can be repurposed. And this book is full of ideas to help you get your juices flowing. And there's two that I wanted to show you today. The first farm animal that I raised personally was chickens. I think that's the gateway animal for a lot of people. So I started with some chickens I brought home from the feed store. And there's some key things that you've got to be able to do. You've got to be able to feed them, water them, house them. Today we're going to be talking about water. Now, I meant to check the prices, and if you guys know, comment below. What are the running rates right now for a fountain waterer at the feed store? Now, the little 1 gallon plastic ones, I think the last time I went to buy one, they were $8 to $10 a piece, and they're plastic. And if you try to use them in the winter and you get frustrated because the water froze and you slam it against the wall because you're angry, don't ask me how I know that. You will break it. So, the first idea in this book is how to make your own drinking fountain. And this is made out of a bucket or a large can and a tray. Now, I'm going to go ahead and read the instructions to you so that you can go ahead and build your own. And there's a whole lot of other ideas in this book, but let me go ahead and read this for you. It says the best drinking fountain in that it is impossible for small chicks to get drowned, thus the idea of our modern ones. They cannot stand in the water to befoul it, is made by inverting a can or pail in a pan a trifle larger. Tomato cans with the edges pounded down, leaky pails with the ears bent up. In fact, anything with a smooth top and in which a hole can be made can be used. Punch a hole or holes in the side just a little less distance from the top than the depth of the pan to be used. Fill with water, invert the pan over the top, and turn over quickly. So the idea is a 5 gallon pail or a bulk foods tin can, that type of thing. You're going to drill holes. Now, when you're looking at the bucket, it would be right side up. It's going to be along the top edge. And you need to compare what they're saying is whatever pan, like a pie pan or something that's, size-wise going to be a bit larger, but not too deep. You want to compare the depth of the pan you're going to use. And then it says, punch a hole or holes in the side just a little less distance from the top than the depth of the pan. So I would guess, given those instructions, if your pan is about an inch thick, you'd probably want to drill your holes about 3/4 inch down from the top of your can or bucket. And then you're going to fill your bucket, put your pan on top, and do a flippy doodle like that. I would love to hear if you guys try it. I plan to do some experimenting this summer to see if this is a very economical, perhaps even free way to keep those chickens in water, because there are an awful lot of fancy, expensive systems out there. So in the comments, let me know if you plan to or are going to give this a try. Um, And the other water idea in here, which would be perfect for older hens and roosters, I don't use those waters with the little troughs for my adult chickens. It's just there can get tedious. I usually just use a larger container, open container. But you also have a problem with them walking through it and dumping it and getting mud in it. So the suggestion in the book is that you actually build what looks kind of like a nesting box. You can see it here that you can mount on the wall a little bit up, put your water in there, and they can learn very quickly. You know, hens can definitely learn new systems quickly. Hop up in there to get their water, and the idea is that it's more protected. They're not dumping mud and everything in it. So that's one that I may give a try in my adult coop to see if that helps keep their water nicer. So let me know in the comments, how many chickens are you raising? Do you have chicks that you're going to be raising? Which project do you think you would try? And what materials do you think would be suitable that we in modern homesteads might have lying around? So let me know. This book, Handy Farm Devices and How to Make Them, is available as one of our public domain books in the print shop at our website, cooperfamilyprinting.com. So if you'd like to get a copy and see all of the amazing projects, it's almost 300 pages long, go ahead and pop over there and pick yourself up a copy. All right. Have a lovely day. Go say hello to your chickens, and I will see you next time.